What's up, guys? This is Isaac representing Team Kings of Games. I've been away for a while, but now I'm kind of back, and I'm here to showcase you the deck that I'm going to be playing. New Master Roll 2020. It is Gouki'S. For the foremost, it's pure Gouki'S. I will go into some in depth on the card choices I make and how I'm going to play it and stuff like that. So, further ado, here we go. So for the Gouki cards, I do have them in order of what I think is best and what I think is worst. So we will be playing Triple Suprex. Suprex is the best card in this in the deck. It starts off of your 2-card combos. Starts off any combo really if you have another Gouki in hand. The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that it's a rare. I wish it would came super instead of Twist Cobra, but you know that's how that is. Then you also want to play Triple Headbat. Triple Headbat to me is the second best Gouki. Just in case your Super X gets like impermed or anything like that, you can always, if you have another Gouki in hand besides besides Headbat, you can use its effect and still go on and do your 2-card combo. After that, I like Gouki Octo Stretch. Gouki Octo Stretch on its own is like a small hand trap. It'll cut battle damage in half. It'll cut like any kind of effect damage in half. It is a quick effect. You can use it at any time. People sleep on it. I've been playing this and testing it a lot, and it's come up quite often when people try to OTK me and stuff. Octo Stretch says no. After that, I'll do play Triple Gouki Red Scorpio. I see people playing him at 2. I don't want to play him at 2. I play him at 3. Some of these games go into like a hard stall, and the more Gouki names you have in your deck, the better it is. The graveyard effects are all the same, where you can just search another Gouki card. So it's very good, and just he's, you know, like if you don't have any monsters on the field, you can just normal summon him, even though he's a level 5, or even if you just have Gouki cards, Gouki monsters on the field, you can still just normal summon him. So I think that's very good. There is a new Gouki card called Guts, I believe. Whenever I am able to get a hold of him, I will probably be cutting him to 2. But other than besides that, I feel like 3 is the way to go for right now. And for me, I'm not gonna lie, the worst Gouki that I think there is Twist Cobra. It is the super in the archetype. I don't know why. Its effect is okay, but a little lackluster, especially if you're trying to OTK. He lets you tribute another Gouki monster and gives you the attack of that Gouki, but to another Gouki. If the effect was like universal, where he can tribute himself or any other Gouki for like any other monster on the field to give him the attack, then yeah, I'd probably think that it'd be really, really, really good. But because it doesn't do that, it just kind of like just limits you to powering up your Gouki's. I think it falls short for that main reason. And that is all the Gouki's we play. We do max out on all of them, I believe. Of all the current ones, we do max out on all of them. Guts is out. I just don't have one. But this guy right here, this plain and simple bread and butter. You can't. It's hard to stop him really. Even if he gets ogred, the effect still goes through. Ash doesn't hit him because he special summons from hand. And the only thing that I can think of is in perm, or if they've gone first and set up some traps. But other than that, you know, he's your 2-card combo, which I could showcase after the profile. So that's all for the Gouki's. The other 2 cards that I don't play, that are not Gouki, that I do play, that are not Gouki's, that aren't like the hand traps, is the one Cyberstein and the one Junk Anchor. They're for your locks. Playing pure Gouki is really fun, and it's really effective, and you can go into some crazy stuff with them, but being able to lock your opponent out is also very good, especially with all this high meta stuff that's out there now. So these 2 are my one-ofs. Then I play Triple Ash. Because I mean, she just kind of stops a lot of things. The way the format's going to be going right now in 2020, she's going to be very useful. There's a lot of decks that don't really require links anymore, so they're just going to be going back to the original stuff where Ash was just stopping them left and right. And then my other hand trap of choice is double Ghost Ogre. For my deck specifically, I feel Ghost Ogre is great. I don't really care about effects going through. Sometimes I just don't want the monster on board so I can OTK if I go second, because my deck is OTK potential going second, and then just lock potential going first. So having that monster out of the field is always good for me. So that's all the monsters we actually play in the deck. Other than that, I'll start off with the traps and spells. I do play one magical Mindbreaker field. This lets my card combos just go off. It says no on destroying my monsters, and it says no on targeting them. Downside is that, you know, my opponent's next turn, it's the same way for him. But if I want to lock them out, it's just completely easier just if this is on board. It's at 1, so I only play 1. If it was at more than 1, I'd probably play more than 1. I don't have to see it, but it's just makes it easier if I do see it. After that, I do play 3 Gouki rematch. I see a lot of Gouki deck profiles where they just play this at 2. I do not think that's good. There's a lot of decks out there that'll stall out and that the game will go on forever. And sometimes having that 3rd rematch is always good to have, because I mean, a rematch is just 2 Gouki's on board. You know, it's a Monster Reborn on crack for Gouki's. So I feel like 3 is the best. I've used all 3 of them before, especially on stall matches, especially going up against like Ultra guys and stuff like that. If I can't blow them out immediately, being able to just recur monsters back is just the best. And then I do play some of this warrior stuff, so I do use the One Divine Phoenix Blade, Living Fossil, and the Fighting Spirit. Those are my equip cards of choice. This is the Speed Stool card. I couldn't find the original one, or nobody had it, so I just ended up getting it off of the Speed Duel. It's really good. It gain, you know, your monsters gain 300 attack, and if they were to get destroyed, you destroy the card instead. So I don't mind seeing any of these, as long as I don't see all of these. Next, I do play 2 Call by the Grave. I only play 2. I don't think 3 is, you know, essential for my deck. I can play through hand traps and negations. I've done it before, so I feel like having it at 2 is good. I'd rather have this field spell than the Call by the Grave. So that's why I only play it at 2. And then 1 Monster Reborn, because, you know, more monsters on field is the best. 1 Rhoda, because you want to see your combo piece in hand at all times. And then the 1 Pot of Avarice, because my deck puts cards in the graveyard like nobody's business, and it's always good to recur it back and draw 2. So that's it for the spells. Now for the traps, I decided to go with triple Lost Wind. Lost Wind I think is very good. Especially you know, being able to negate the effect of any monster, but that's not really the point for me. You know, turn 2 for me, Lost Wind cuts the monster's attack in half. Just beat over it, OTK it as soon as I can. If they special something else and while it's on grave, it comes back by itself. You can use it again the next turn after that. I think it's just a very powerful card. Stops a lot of monsters right now. Wind, Ultimate Tyranno Conductor, it'll stop all those. If you're having any kind of troubles with the deck and off of a boss monster, Lost Wind will just help you get through it. And then I do play 2 Breakthrough Skills. I play Breakthrough Skills for the sole reason that I am a going first deck, I am going first deck, and I love to have it set. You're able to use it twice. You know, you negate the effect of a monster once, goes into the grave. You can use it again on your turn or their turn after that. I wouldn't change it for anything else. It's helped me and saved me a lot of times already while I've been testing this deck out. I would probably want to bump it up to 3 and put Lost One at 2. I just don't have another copy of it. And then my last trap is Shane Brigadine. Just because it's just another monster. Gives me more materials to throw my links out. It's always good to have, especially if like you don't get nothing maybe first turn. You set it, you wait for your opponent. If they attack you, you can just bring it out. It's, you know, saves your life points. It's just a small little scapegoat per se. So that is the main deck. It is 40 cards. I haven't had any trouble with it at all. The ratios I think are pretty good. I can get combo almost every hand. I've had some couple dead hands, but the deck on its own just plays very, very well. For the extra deck, I do play. Not for the extra deck, I play one Gouki Jet Ogre. I like Jet Ogre. He's good to climb with. But he's also good as a if you're playing a deck where all they do is put like monsters in defense mode. Jet Ogre will take care of that. He'll you tribute or you pop one of your Gouki'S and it makes all your opponent or all the monsters on the field face up attack. And then whenever you link him out, he gives 500 to you target a Gouki on board and he gives 500 attack to it. And then I do play 2 of Bay. So ISO. We all know what ISO does. She's been doing it for the longest. Let you search a warrior monster, let you put any amount of equipped spells to the graveyard and special summon a monster of that level. She's crucial to the lock combo. I use her for the OTK combo as well, which I can show you guys here later. And then I also have, this is one of the newer cards. This is Feral Flame Swordsman is what it is. Mine's is in Spanish because I love my Spanish cards. But Feral Flame Swordsman, he's basically a generic warrior link. He gives 500 attack to all warriors on the field, and if he gets destroyed, I get to special summon any warrior from my graveyard that's not him. So it's good. And then of course the dreaded Nightmare package. So Cerberus, pop monsters, Phoenix, pop back row, and Unicorn to basically disrupt or get rid of a problematic card that's on the field. And then for my other link 3 besides Unicorn, I do use Gouki the Blade Ogre. So Gouki the Blade Ogre slept on. This thing is so good. So the link markers are here and here. He has a really cool effect where you can tribute any monster that this card points to, including the one that's on the other side of the field, so that this card can attack twice. I've had it in situations where my opponent makes Borosword, and Borosword also has these two. So I make him under the Borosword, tribute the Borosword, and now he attacks twice. So you can get rid of a lot of other problematic cards that your opponent has, just because he has these 2 markers, which are actually very good for a card for this one. And then my link 4s, I do have Borosword Dragon for the OTKs. And Gouki the Giant Ogre. So he has a very cool effect too, where if something gets targeted, you can take away 500 attack and negate the effect. And then his other effect is if he doesn't have if his attack isn't the original 3k that he has, he gains another 1,000. And you can do this repeatedly. There's no like, it's not once per turn. You just do it. So he's a really good lock. Spirals can't get through this guy. He just negates everything that they do. So very, very good. And then last but not least, don't make fun of me, but I like the what do you say? I like the the rarity is Apu. This is OCG, but it is ulti. It's ulti Apu. Ulti Apu's good. She's also required for the lock. It's not really a lock. I keep saying lock, but it's more just a lot of negations where you say no to your opponent on playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Depending on how many monsters you use on her, she gets that many negates, and her attack is up by 800 for each. And then my little lock monsters, like I would say, is Materia Exterior, and this one's also in Spanish, but it's the last word from another planet. So if I don't want them to summon monsters of any way, shape, or form, bring him out. If it's a back row problem, bring Exterior out. And then my last two cards that I run is one Road Warrior, which is a part of the combo where I can get Exterior or Last Warrior out. He special summons Cyberstein. And then the last one I chose to put in my deck is Draco Berserker Latenyi. He's just another disruption. He's a big beef. He has a quick effect, can be used. That at any time, if your opponent activates an effect, you chain his, banish whatever card it is. Effect still goes through, unfortunately, but the card is no longer there. Well, in some cases. And then I do have an extra deck that I'm going to be playing. This is all for 2020 for the new Master Roll. I am playing Triple DD Crow. There's a lot of decks out there that do not want their stuff to get banished, and once their stuff does get banished, they're done for. And just like me, I do not want my stuff to get banished, so just to counter everybody else's DD Crows or any other banished cards, I do play Triple Antia. Play Twin Twisters, Triple Twin Twisters. I feel like back row is going to come back pretty soon, especially with all these other decks coming out. And then the card that I feel everybody needs to start getting again, because the new Master Roll 2020, is triple Dimension Barriers. This says no to Synchros, Fusion, XYCs, Pendulums. Unfortunately, links aren't in there, but a lot of the decks that are coming back are old school and original that don't need links. So bring those back. Also, play double anti-spell fragrance, because I don't want to get Dark Ruler no more, or that lightning card that doesn't really do anything. The Dark Ruler no more is what really kills my deck, I think. And then the last one is Red Reboot. It's at 1 for its own reason. Card is good. It says no to all back row decks, and you proceed to do what you got to do. So that is my deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That time here, see, I'll show you how to do that quick combo. And all you need is that, 2 Gouki'S. So basically what you want to do is you want to normal Super X effect to special summon any Gouki monster, really. In this case, it's going to be Scorpio. Yeah, you link them out for ISO, and then you chain block. So chain link 1, 2, and 3 with the other 2. And you go ahead and grab. Now remember, you need to grab a Headbat with one of your Gouki monsters, and you need to grab Rematch with one of your Gouki monsters, and then with ISO's effect, grab anything else like Twist Cobra. So that's what you have so far, plus like 3 other cards in hand if you went first. Then you use so this is what you have, plus 3 other ones. Then you use ISO's effect to dump the Phoenix Blade and any other of the equipped spell cards. In this case, I'll do Fighting Spirit to special summon Junk Anchor. So now that Junk Anchor is out on the field, you will activate Rematch, bringing back Scorpio, the defense one, because that's how they get to, and Suprex. And just make sure right now that you're not in 2020, make sure you're doing this with the right link markers. Once 2020 comes around, it's not going to matter. Then you'll use Headbat's effect to dump Twist Cobra and special summon itself here. You will then use Junk Anchor, Suprex, and Headbat to synchro summon into Road Warrior. Now you will use Road Warrior's effect to special the Cyberstein. And then now this is where it depends on like what you want to do. Normally I go for exterior because it's the better play. So you use Cyberstein's effect, pay your 5k, go into exterior. Okay, so then after this is done, you'll use Cyberstein, the last Gouki'S, which is Scorpio, and ISO. And you'll go into Oppo. Now, that's first turn. So now Oppo has 3 negates, unlimited negates from the exterior, and you have a Road Warrior that if you use, you can either use the Road Warrior to give Oppo 4 negates, or you can just leave them on there, which I normally do, and use the effect of Phoenix Blade to equip it, make them a 33 beater. Just in case they shut these down, they still have to go over a 28 and a 33 beater before they do anything. And this is you going first. You going second would be almost the same thing, but this would be different. You would take that out. And make the Boro Sword for the OTK. And if anything else, if they end up stopping these for some strange reason, if they're able to stop all your stuff, then honestly the best thing to do is play the best way you can and ladder climb to Giant Ogre. Giant Ogre will say no to everything else. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my profile of what I'll be playing. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, please go ahead and let me know, and I'll be more than happy to let you guys know, anything else. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful day. Like Ivan says, or 3 Stack says, don't hurt your brain cells, make right decisions, and you guys have a good one.